Alrighty, guys, let's talk again about Begg knives. Now, this came from the California Custom Shop run by Mark Begg and Mattia. And this is a glimpse, and it's one of two that were made in this configuration. But first off, let's talk about their packaging. You know, packaging is a big deal to me, and this comes in like a little magnetic cardboard box, but with a really nice cutout for each knife, right? They have these for the Glimps, they have them for the Bodegas and the Bugattis, and so they're all kind of cut out a little bit differently to fit the shape of each knife, which I think is super cool and super awesome. They do come with a certificate of authenticity. Here is some of the details that we will talk about, just so you have it. And that fits also inside of the box when you open it up. So it's very cool packaging. And to me, packaging is very important. When you're spending this kind of money on a knife, I want it to come in more than just a Ziploc bag. That could just be me. Okay? I mean, you guys tell me down below. What do you guys think about packaging? And I've done videos on packaging before and things like that, but let me know what you think. Now, you'll see a little bit of a red tint here. That's from my shirt. I need to find like a white t-shirt or something to wear, I guess. I don't know. But let's dive into the specs on this thing. This is new to me. Obviously, it was made in like 2018, I think they said. But it is new to me because I just recently bought this because I have a thing for Damasteel. And when we get to some size comparisons and things like that, we will pull out a couple of other Damasteel knives that I have. And I think I don't know if I've done a Damasteel video or not, but we'll see. And I also love carbon fiber. So Damasteel and carbon fiber, man, how can you go wrong? So it's just a hair over 5 1/8 closed. 8 7/8 overall, just a hair over that. 3.77-inch blade with a 3.46 cutting edge. It is Damasteel, of course. I'm not sure what the pattern is because Damasteel, some have certain patterns and whatnot, but I don't know what this one's called. The blade thickness is 0.149. Overall thickness is 0.561 minus the clip, always minus the clip. And it runs on IKBS ceramic bearings. Okay, and you can always tell if it is ceramic or not because of the ball. If it has a ceramic ball here, it is ceramic bearings here. If it's a steel ball here, you get the idea, right? Beautiful carbon fiber. This weighs in at 5.7 ounces. Now, I've been thinking, I do the size comparisons with normal items, right? I've brought out the Oreo cookie. I've brought out my phone one time, the batteries, things like that. So a weight size comparison, if you will, just to put it in a little bit of perspective, is your standard D battery is 5 ounces for whatever that's worth, right? So this is a 5-ounce battery, 5.7-ounce pocket knife. I don't know. What can I say? You get what you get. So let's take a close-up look at just how beautiful Damasteel is. I mean, does it get much better than that? I don't know. And then the carbon fiber, it's a large weave carbon fiber that you can barely feel the seam between the titanium frame and the carbon fiber inlays. Just beautiful. Nice jimping back here. Has a zirconium pocket clip, which is kind of, it's like a brushed zirconium, which I'm good with. They always love to do their kind of engine turning or jeweled eyes, jeweling on their lock bar relief, which I think is super awesome. Oftentimes they do also that finish on the inside of the scales, not in this case, but they did do the underside of the backspacer with that cracked ice type finish. I don't know. I think it's just a beautiful, beautiful knife. The Glimpse is a model that I didn't love the look of at first. And then my brother bought one, and I got to handle his for a while. And then my buddy sold me one, and because after handling my brother's, I kind of liked it, so I bought one from my buddy. And then my brother sold his, or was going to sell his, and I bought his too. So I had a couple of Glimpses at the same time. And then I've since sold both of those Glimpses. Okay, I did pick up a Steelcraft Glimpse. So this is their production offshore version. And I got this at a great deal. And the black and the blue, I'm very, pro law enforcement and a lot of law enforcement in my family throughout the years and things like that. So the colors really kind of meant something and spoke to me. And the guy was giving me such a deal, like it was a deal you couldn't pass up. And I've done a video on this one too, but it's super smooth. It's almost too smooth and slick to really carry, okay? But the Glimpse model has kind of grown on me over time. And this one, I don't really care what model this was. The combination of the materials is just beautiful. So here is the Glimpse in Damasteel. Here is another Steelcraft series. This is the Field Marshal, but also in Damasteel from Begg Knives. We've got the Bestech Strellet in Damasteel, which is just a cool, kind of silly knife, but very cool. I was able to pick up a Hellraiser in Damasteel from the same friend of mine that sold me that one. And then just, for another Begg model to bring out is a Bodega, and this is a one-off one, with a herringbone Damascus blade, which is such a tight pattern, sometimes it's even hard to tell, but just a beautiful blade, and then a G10 frame with a carbon fiber inlays, and you cannot feel the seams between the carbon fiber and the G10 at all. You can just not feel it. And then a titanium lock bar. So yeah, some pretty cool stuff. I definitely like my carbon fiber, and I definitely like my Damasteel. So if you put them both together, yeah, I'm all in. So let's do a couple of quick size comparisons with the AA battery, the D battery, the Sharpie, excuse me there, the Spyderco Delica. To give you a look at it next to the Bodega, very similar in size, just different shaped. The Steelcraft Glimpse is the same, just thicker. Okay, it's definitely has a bigger feel in the hand. And then, how about last but not least, the Kubi KB237. And I lied. Let's pull out the Hellraiser too, since I had it out. And you all know I love the Hellraiser. I'll just show you a side-by-side. And so you can see there's a difference in the Damasteel, not just in the pattern, but also in the reflectivity. Okay? That's the one thing about Damasteel that is not my favorite. Okay? I like Damascus a little better because it's not as reflective, generally speaking. So like this Frederick Damascus, which is a Chad Nichols Damascus, it doesn't have that shiny reflectivity. But, I still love the Damasteel. So there you go, guys. A quick look at the Begg Knives Glimpse in Damasteel with carbon fiber. I'll put a link to my Begg Knives playlist down below where I've done videos on this guy and this guy and this guy, plus a plethora of other Begg knives that I own and or have owned in the past. So please go check those out and let me know what you think about packaging. Is it important, or would you rather they just save the few dollars on this and put it in a Ziploc bag? You tell me. I'm very curious. Thanks a lot, everyone. Have a fantastic day. And of course, please come back tomorrow because there's more excitement happening then. Thanks, guys.